My dear child, turn off the endless chatter, step back from pressing tasks, and listen to me carefully here in quiet. I might speak through a line of text that leaps at you. At other times, my voice arrives as a gentle push inside. Practice such pauses regularly, and you will grow familiar with subtler tones of my voice, the quiet conviction that redirects paths long before crisis arrives. I do not measure you by missteps, but by my steady affection. Perhaps it's the unresolved that feels heavy. The days ahead look like open water full of questions about income, friends, or direction. You wonder, will resources be sufficient? Will I endure what comes? Bring that uncertainty to me, and let us face it together, one sunrise at a time, without rushing beyond the present. Hand those worries to me and let this certainty hold you. I am the same guide who split seas and fed crowds with a handful of bread. I have not altered. The world shifts, but I stay fixed, keeping every tomorrow secure. Remember the desert travelers who saw seas divide before them. My care for you is no less sure. In every generation, stories echo of my steady hand, reminding you that constancy is my nature. When the ground seems to shake, I remain solid, breathing calm into your uneasy chest. Many of you still feel the cut of past betrayal or loss. Those memories spark questions. Why did that hurt have to happen? When tremors arise, pause and breathe. Feel the solid ground of my presence under the questions. I am closer than heartbeat, speaking calm that outlasts the noise, giving perspective that lets you stand again. I notice every scar and share your sadness over what was taken. Yet know this: I turn harm into resilience and empathy. Marks on your skin or soul are not proof of defeat, but signs you survived. Offer me your ache, and I will shape even the bleakest strands into a narrative that lifts others. Sometimes you battle thoughts about value, asking if you are enough. Strength often grows quietly beneath awareness, while you keep moving through ordinary duties. Compassion, too, deepens when you recall how pain felt. It guides your hands toward others who ache. Nothing endured is wasted in my economy. You may also wonder how I could care after all you have done. Let my voice quiet that doubt. My love is not fragile or swayed by mistakes. You are enough because I chose you and call you precious. My commitment doesn't wobble with your highs and lows. It is steadier than mountain foundations. Let that assurance settle in the places where shame used to echo. Stop working to earn what I already hand you. Rest in the reality that you belong to me, and let that truth plant deep roots like an oak during heavy winds. Conversation with me is not a single episode. It is a rhythm woven through daily life. In conversation with me, you will find guidance for the day's minutiae as well as courage for wide unknowns. But it takes intentional pauses, the kind that feel unproductive to busy minds. Be patient. I respond in my own moment, and answers can unfold slowly, like petals greeting daylight. Trust that I catch every cry, hold every question, and act even when you see nothing. There is no part of your heart too tangled for my care, no doubt too heavy for my strength. Trust is cultivated in silence, a trust that remains peaceful even before answers appear, and even if those answers differ from drafts you imagined. I know every level of your being. Lay your fears, hopes, and unresolved puzzles before me as an act of trust. You do not have to solve life alone. Let me ease the load, speak calm to your storms, and walk with you through shadows. Keep your heart open. I still have insight to give, routes through the maze, courage for hard days, and a hope brighter than any darkness. Together we will rewrite the narrative you speak to yourself, replacing harsh verdicts with honest hope. Stay willing to notice new possibilities rising where despair predicted ruins. Stay alert as you move forward. You have tasted my generous love and found shelter in my arms, yet the road is lined with distractions and clever traps that aim to pull you from the full life I intend. This is not to frighten you, but to share truth. Steady attention fuels growth. The foe delights in planting doubt and division. Grounded in my promises, you protect the gifts I placed in you. Let attentiveness become a habit, like breathing deeply before speech. As you focus, you will sense subtle shifts, invitations toward life-giving choices that might otherwise slip past unnoticed. Stand firm against the quiet tide of despair that tries to swallow you. Shadows of discouragement, bitterness, or constant complaint slip in so quietly that you hardly notice. If ignored, they dim your inner light and dull the gratitude I want for you. When such whispers show up, observe them and bring them into my light. Choose to answer discouragement with deliberate gratitude. List small mercies. Recall moments of laughter. Name one note of beauty in the ordinary day. Surrender them, and let my words change how you see. A spark of thanks can cool smoldering resentment, and a brief prayer can reset your direction. Your tongue carries the power to raise or wound. Stop when talk drifts toward judgment or malice. Ask yourself whether these words match my heartbeat. Sharp speech often masks fragility or a craving for control, yet it leaves unseen bruises. Use your voice with care. Speak as though every sentence plants either a garden or a thorn. Decide in advance to grow things worth tending. Watch also for resentment. Pain may be real, yet holding a grudge extends the hurt. Bring your story to me. Forgiveness does not erase memory. It removes the chain so you can breathe. Grace frees space for new growth, while resentment keeps the soul locked in yesterday. Choose release so that tomorrow can breathe. Freedom tastes light, like fresh air after rain, inviting you to move forward. Temptation will promise quick comfort, easy gain, or fast escape. These offers are illusions, whether through draining relationships, habits that grip you, or the urge to bend your values. Its goal is to steal the deeper peace I offer. Arm yourself with truth. Remember how I countered lies with clarity. In fragile moments, call out to me. I will always provide a way forward and strength to choose it. Remember that resistance is not about willpower alone. It is about turning quickly toward me, letting my presence redirect impulse before it hardens into action. Consider the company you keep. I do not ask you to avoid everyone who thinks differently. I place you among many so that light can travel. But if certain companions push you toward harmful patterns or lure you from my path, it may be wise to step back or set healthy lines. Seek friends who inspire love, call you to noble action, and deepen trust. Like a tree near water, you flourish beside thoughtful and faithful people. Their support and honest correction steady you in storms. Healthy friendship is mutual give and receive, a circle of encouragement, accountability, and shared laughter that keeps hearts light, even during heavy tasks. In times of success, guard against drift. After breakthroughs, the heart can settle into ease. Your spirit, however, is made for an ongoing, lively bond with me. Guarding against complacency means choosing daily rhythms that keep wonder alive. Reading wisdom, serving quietly, celebrating without forgetting generosity. Remember to celebrate progress, however modest, with heartfelt thanks, because gratitude cements learning and nudges you toward the next good step. Apathy dulls energy and leaves space for subtle lies. Feed your soul with steady prayer, honest songs, and words that remind you of my promises. Stay open to fresh whispers. Return often to simple practices, slow breathing, honest confession, short prayers whispered while walking, songs hummed while working. These keep the line between us clear. Keep a journal of these moments, and you will see threads of guidance forming a reliable map over time. Do not rely on yesterday's bread alone. Seek me anew each morning, and I will show deeper facets of who I am and the dreams I hold for you. Each sunrise brings unrepeatable chances to learn, to love, to listen. Meeting them with open hands prepares you for surprises that statistics cannot predict. Opportunity often hides in common tasks. Treat each interaction as sacred ground. Stay curious about what I might reveal in tasks that appear repetitive. Discovery often hides behind persistence. Guard the entrance to your mind. The sights you watch, the voices you follow, and the ideas you dwell on leave marks. Ask my spirit for clear judgment so you can turn from anything that clouds vision or muffles my tug. A well-guarded heart is not timid, but free to receive and share love without barriers. Discernment grows with practice. Ask, reflect, adjust, and you will notice progress. Orbiting thoughts shifting toward clarity the way night yields to dawn. Remember, vigilance is an act of devotion. To me, to yourself, and to those whose lives touch yours. When you choose light over gloom, you plant hope in weary soil. Even when temptations, dark thoughts, or the pull of ease press in, you are not alone. My spirit stands ready to guide and uphold. Let perseverance have practical shape, consistent rest, thoughtful words, and a day that allows time for kindness. These habits fortify the decision to stay awake. Remember, alertness is sustained by rest, not anxiety. Schedule pauses as diligently as projects. Rest in my strength. Take root in truth. Walk with companions who share this journey. Through perseverance and belief, you guard the brightness I stitched into your soul, letting it unfold in honest beauty. Do not fear. I am with you, lifting the load that presses on you. I have heard each silent plea and am working in ways beyond what you can see. If these lines stir your heart, it is my voice inviting deeper trust. Faith is not blind optimism. It is a reasoned trust grounded in memory, remembering how I acted before and expecting consistency. Set aside a moment and receive what I have readied. Sit with me in your innermost room where nearness awakens wonder. You have thought about vigilance and felt my comfort, yet there is a finer treasure. Awe grows when you look closely at who I am. This childlike amazement is not naive. It is the posture of a soul that sees greatness and finds joy in surprises. Dawn-breaking night, steady loyalty of friends, blossoms after winter. Through such everyday marvels I show the reach of my imagination and my attentive care for every detail. Stay attentive to the everyday gallery of quiet marvels. They are invitations, not mere decoration. Marvel is fuel that keeps courage burning during long stretches that feel ordinary. Slow down. Let the rhythm of awe return. In quiet pauses, recognize me not as distant power, but as the one who colors the sky and hears every sigh. Living in wonder is walking close, eyes open to everyday beauty that draws you deeper into love. Let wonder open doors to deeper conversation, questions you never dared to ask, dreams you shelved for pragmatic reasons. My dear one, do not let the hurried beat of culture rob you of wonder. Stop and look at your life with fresh, patient eyes. When you pause in silent respect before what I have made, your heart tunes to my whisper. Wonder roots you in my presence, fuels gratitude, and builds durable trust. While you marvel, you see the truth. I stretch far beyond imagination, yet I weave myself into your ordinary days. Majestic, yet near. Vast, yet attentive to each breath. When gratitude becomes reflex, hope gains stamina. Keep your senses awake for such gentle reminders. They arrive more often than storms. Hold this paradox with joy. I set galaxies spinning, yet I know your name and say it with care. I shaped spaces beyond thought, yet I linger over tiny details of your life. The gladness in your eyes, the lines on your brow. My grandeur and tenderness meet. Let that meeting point shape your identity. You are known thoroughly and loved completely, held within endless possibility. This awareness steadies you in uncertainty, reminding you that the one who names stars also listens when you whisper. So make room for wonder. Let such moments refill your love, enlarge your gratitude, and renew your strength. Stand beneath a clear night, breathe the quiet, and feel the vastness of my care. Give your schedule margin for silence, for long walks and a chance to breathe. In those unhurried spaces, realization grows that presence matters more than performance. Release the myth that worth equals speed. Souls grow deep in spaces where clocks seem unhurried. In awe, you will find joy that keeps returning, and confidence that the one who holds all things also holds you. Steadily, fiercely, always. You are precious. Carry that certainty into meetings, errands, and conversations. Let it color tone and pace, reminding you that security precedes achievement. From that place you can risk kindness without fearing loss. As that assurance settles, notice how perspective shifts, inconveniences shrink, and possibilities widen like a newly cleared horizon. We have traveled together through these lines, comforting words, gentle direction, promises that stand firm. With each part, I have drawn you closer, urging you to set down heavy packs and lean on me during quiet days and loud storms. Every time you let go of weight you were never meant to haul, you make room for creativity, humor, and attentive listening. That is how freedom feels in daily attire. Know this, you are never left behind. You are valued beyond measure, and the road ahead glows with hope under my steady gaze. Hope is not naive. It looks straight at trouble and still predicts goodness, because it remembers my character. Let that hope influence your posture, lifting shoulders that slump, brightening tone when conversation turns bleak, reminding you that you walk under promise, not threat. Think back on our path so far, how you first stepped into my arms, felt known, felt loved. I have shown unwavering attention and deep compassion. I have soothed your weary spirit and offered rest. Recall evenings when peace settled unexpectedly, doors that opened just in time, friendships that arrived when loneliness peaked. These memories are stones you can step on when rivers rise. Place these stories on paper or share them aloud. Repetition helps memory, and memory feeds courage. I invited you to release yesterday's fragments into my hands, trusting me to mend what broke. I placed a lantern at your feet. Quiet prayers, forgiving hearts, small acts of kindness that ripple outward. Small gestures ripple farther than you imagine. A note, a shared meal, a quiet apology. Each one reflects my light into corners you cannot see. Simple kindness is never wasted. It circles back in ways you may never trace, but I always notice. I showed you scenes of my power, protection that surrounds you, light that slices through gloom. I spoke of renewal, blessings that reach you and those you meet. I met you in honest dialogue, listened to fears and answered doubts. When dark clouds gather, picture that light slicing through again and remember, storms pass and lessons stay. Courage is not absence of fear, but movement through it with me. Let each victory, no matter how small, reinforce that connection, building trust layer by layer. I urged you to stay watchful, to guard the truth entrusted to you. All these threads point to one bright reality. My love flows through every corner of your life, forming the base of your confidence and the banner over each victory. You are supported, seen, and celebrated. From that assurance rises a life that gives, learns, and persists. Carry this truth into future seasons, allowing it to set rhythm for both ambition and rest. Even when you stumble, my song does not fade. I share your celebrations and hold you in grief. Let hope rise like dawn. It sees the world clearly and still declares that I am greater than every shadow. When your spirit grows weak, return to these words and find fire again. Return whenever weariness whispers lies, and let my steady words realign your posture toward hope once more, just as sunflowers turn toward light without hesitation. Amen.